Hello, good evening and welcome.
He dives to the right. Alan McGregor, he saved it tonight. Hey!
Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxchair, on this post-match show as the one and only Bridgeman. Blue Shadow in the happy big Ulster. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, guys.
Evening, Ox.
Oh, can I say a big good evening to the boys in the panel and a huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in from all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
He sounds a wee bit excited, Ulster, doesn't he?
Very, very much so.
He's got that feeling twice in a week and he's not had it in 10 years.
He's getting that tingle again.
He's got every right to be delighted. Every right.
Can I just say, first and foremost, congratulations to our team, our players, and everybody involved in the club. We're putting a new squad together, a new team, and how far they've came in such a short space of time is testament to the players and the coaching staff. Blue Shadow.
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate, there needs to come a government health warning that the night. But yeah, as regards what you said about the coaching squad, absolutely super, and the players absolutely superb. To get through to the playoff rounds of the Europa League for the Europa League, where you've only been together about 6 weeks. Fantastic. Just couldn't ask for more from my opinion, and that's with two key players missing the night. So
I think Koulibaly and Flanagan or Big Barjan would be starters for us. I'll keep the best to the last. Ulster?
Well, I think it was a fantastic professional performance for a start from our team tonight. They were brilliant. They defended for their lives. They charged after everything. They gave absolutely everything into that game tonight. Nobody came off that pitch without giving 100%. And as I say, the last 7 years, I don't think we have a team capable of putting a performance like that we done tonight. That's a very good side, that Maribor team and our team tonight. Given that we've only started to bring these players in, we're only starting to gel, I thought they were magnificent.
Bridgeman. He's no on mute, Blue Shadow, is he?
No.
Do you reckon?
I reckon. Can I just say that I agree with all the boys. Absolutely superb performance. Really, really good performance. By the way, we were getting a tanking on and outfield playing and so on and so forth, and they were trying to create some chances for us, but I thought every one of our players stood up to it. And what can I say? Our double centre half pairing, wow. Just wow. And the goalkeeper behind them, wow again. Absolutely fantastic. So very proud of them, very proud of the team. As Blue Shadow said, maybe 6, 7, maybe even 8 weeks we've had the squad together. My God, to get through the third qualification round in the Europa League. God save us, last year we couldn't do nothing like that. Absolutely nothing. So really well done, boys. Really made our club and our team proud. Everybody.
Here. Bridge, I don't know what I think it's coming for you. There's buzzing coming, mate. It's coming for you, mate. Just I don't know what that. Cheers, mate. Sort it out, bruh. Aye, it's a minute, Blue Shadow. A great team performance, some excellent performances, some good performances. I don't know what to say. I've got to also pay a bit of tribute to Andy Halliday, who stuck to the task, Blue Shadow.
Andy Halliday gave it as usual. He gave 100%. I think he was given a bit of cover by Arfield on the left-hand side. I think there's obviously something going on there. They said, Murphy was marking somebody inside, and it was Marcus. I can't remember the names of the players, but Murphy was marking somebody inside, and that was allowing Arfield to move out and protect Halliday a bit. I think there's obviously that Stevie Gerrard realised that they'd probably target him, and he took tactical steps to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I thought it was a wise substitution with Gerrard. I thought he was running out of legs. I didn't maybe understand Kent, but I think once again the manager got it right. Gerrard had been booked. He'd done his shift. Time to take him off. He changed my shape rightly. Him and the McAllister. They're getting a lot more right than they're getting wrong, Big Ulster.
They are, mate. It was a masterclass tonight. As I said to you before the game started, I'd take a 0-0 any day of the week because that guarantees us through to the next round. Maribor are a good team. You know what I mean? They threw everything at us, which they had to do, and they got more desperate as time went on, which we knew would have to happen if they wanted to try and get through. But we held up to it, mate. And Andy Halliday as well, you know, a lot of people were a bit worried, and fair enough, you know. There's a few wee issues there which I'm not going to get into because I don't want to get anybody.
Apart from Bridge, nobody plays the perfect match, you know?
Exactly. Exactly, mate. And as I say, he done a shift tonight. There was some nice tackles from him. There was another good performance. It was a good performance from himself. He done himself no harm tonight, mate. Came in, done a job. And as I say, to a man, I think the full 11 and the boys that come on as well. And Stephen Gerrard, Gary McAllister, and everybody involved in the team done fantastic. And another big shout out to every single supporter who went over there tonight to support the team. Well done, and I hope you have a fantastic night and a safe trip home again.
Stay safe, stick together, stay safe.
Yes, exactly.
Here.
Before we ask for callers, yourself, Blue Shadow, did you think it was a penalty kick?
It's a difficult one.
No, you didn't quite catch it. I
didn't see that.
Catch it. What about yourself, Ulster? I thought it was a good challenge. He stopped the ball. Good bit of defending for me.
Yeah, the only thing is about Premier Sports, unfortunately, I don't think their camera angles aren't probably the best. So from the angle I've seen, I think the Caddy's or Golson got his leg to the ball, and I think the striker made a bit of a meal of it there, diving over the top of the ball. To be fair, I think he was looking for it, but the referee obviously gave it. But McGregor, obviously, we'll talk about that later, was a cracking save. But yeah, I thought myself that Golden just got a nip on it, mate. But then again, we'd need to see other angles, and I'm sure we will as the days go on.
Oh, I thought he got his foot hooked it, stopped it, and the boy just went through, and I thought it was a dive, personally.
Yeah, that's my feelings.
Well, we'll see where it goes. It didn't matter. Big McGregor saved it. What a save,
Fantastic save, mate. Big McGregor, confident. That's what the boys is, you know. Like loads of us tonight watching the game in the house here, and they were let's see, before it even hears me on, no, and they were like, calm down, big lad, we're fine, right. Big McGregor will save it.
What's the number if people want to join us?
It's 01413561972.
Or where else can you join us?
They can join us in Skype at rangersradio.online, and Foxy will bring in. In this case, it'll be Old School Blue because Foxy's not too good in it.
All right. We're still getting the buzzing. You keep going on mute, Bridge.
Okay, no problem.
We'll be joined by our first caller. It's Dave King's Wine Cellar. How are we doing, Dave?
Hello, Dave. Hello. It's Rangers Radio. Outstanding, lad. Outstanding, honestly.
Great result, mate. Great result.
Night, you know, I said it last night. You know, I thought we had everything in our locker. My only worry was Andy Halliday at left back. But, you know, give the boys due. Old school defending. Just put it out. You know, he didn't do any fancy stuff. Didn't try to beat people. He just played the way he was told to play and did a good job. You know, and that was my only worry for the night. But, you know, we delivered well. We played a good game and buzzing, absolutely buzzing, lads. What a result for us.
Great team. We've also been joined by Rudy Bear, who I think is that happy he's off his foot. How are we doing, Rudy?
That was a smashing performance, Ox. I'm very, very, very happy with that. Really professional. Katic and Goldson for me, outstanding at the back. Ryan Jack played really, really well. Morelos battled away on his own up front, you know, made things difficult for them at the back, you know, but McGregor, wow, save. That's just what we expect of him now, isn't it, at the penalty? Which, in my opinion, I agree with you, Ox, was never a penalty. But absolutely fantastic. I think I just read somewhere there, that's 10 games under Stephen Gerrard, and not once have we gone behind yet. That's just, I said it the other night, and I'll say it again, he's not put a foot wrong, Ox. Hasn't put a foot wrong, the man. And long may it continue, in my opinion. Looking forward to next week now.
Unbelievable, mate. As I said last night, Ibrox a sellout next week. That'll be 200,000 people came through to watch us in the qualifying stages in the Champions League. Amazing. Unbelievable.
Just what the bell, just follow, don't they? You know, absolutely amazing, and the results we're getting. I mean, to go away there, it's like we were saying last night there. We didn't have to go and chase this game. We had the 2-goal advantage. We just had to go there, keep our shape, make it tough for them, and that's exactly what we've done. A great away performance in Europe, so it was absolutely fantastic.
We're a team that's learning, mate. We're learning, and they're young boys, and arguably 2 of our starting 11, which is 20% of your team wasn't playing. Are you sorted? Are you sorted, Bridgeman?
I'm struggling a wee bit now, pal. I'll just continue listening in and answer any questions.
Right. Just give me a PM when you're sorted, mate. The technical department suggests, the one that's having the night off, suggests that you change your headset.
Well, I can't do it. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't change the headset tonight, so I'm struggling with this one. I'm trying to get it right. I'll just ask. Bring me in, and I'll answer the question. I'll switch it off again if you want me.
Cheers, mate. We've also been joined by Wheels. Evening, Wheels.
How are you guys?
Are you buzzing as much as Bridges?
Mate, I've got the biggest man crush ever.
on Rudy?
I'm going to die.
No. On that man between the sticks.
I thought you guys did something else. I'll go the biggest. I went, oops. Oh, here we go.
What a performance. That was absolutely brilliant. Very professional. As I said the other day about Andy Halliday, the people that were slating him, I think they'll be quiet tonight. I think he done a very professional job. Morelos, again, outstanding. The 2 centre backs, nothing needs to be said about them because they speak for themselves. I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Right. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's us into the grips.
All right. I mean, some people watched that game this afternoon and thought they were 2 very poor teams. We'll see what it takes us, and if Big Ulster wants to check out, I think. Unfortunately, we're at home next week, which isn't ideal for the following week, but that's the pressure of success, mate.
That's it.
Blue Shadow. At times we kept the ball really well, but the odd time we gave it away loosely. We're a team that's grown. They've gelled very, very quickly. What's your views, mate?
I think that basically we were playing a slightly different game tonight, and as in trying to keep the possession a bit more, so use the ball a bit better rather than trying to spring forward at every opportunity, which is the way we usually play. Which is why I said in the pre-match show that we lose the ball a bit more often than other teams who play a possession game. And I think that showed tonight, and that's why sometimes we were given it away. Because when you change tactics, perhaps something we've not done so much before. Yes, it might have been practicing all week in training, but it doesn't. It's not the same as during a competitive game. So I think that's probably why we lost the ball a bit more than we would like to.
Can I put a shout out to Larky Deek, who's appeared in the lobby?
Oh, Larky!
Well, be a Larky boy.
Brilliant!
I'm sure he'll be feeling very staunch this evening.
Yeah, as always, as always. Big Ulster. You were saying that you're more mature people that you watched the match where they didn't think there was any danger.
No, they were saying that it's all right. Big man will save it, and I was like, I don't know, I'm not just as calm as you boys, but then right enough when McGregor saved, they all pointed at me, I told you. And he was brilliant. We cheered like it was a goal, to be honest, because if that goal had to go in, there's about 3 minutes left, Ox, and then you're panicking. You're panicking. But McGregor to step up, lovely strong save with the foot, mate. And yeah, that put everybody at ease at the time. And then obviously big Goldson at the end. I thought, here's the fuck, if he scores this, it'll put the icing on the cake. But I don't even know what he was doing up there at that stage of the game. I couldn't believe it. But yeah,
I think he was just peed off because of the penalty decision.
Dave
King, or Rodney. Never a penalty for me. Never a penalty.
Have you guys seen those big black niggers Those big black fucking tree swinging niggers. Have you guys seen them, by the way?
Don't know what that was about. Anyway, no, never a penalty for us. For me, not at all. I think just similar to Ulster there. Do you know what? The boys text me saying, give it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, quickie burn time. And I was like, do you know, the word I used was Fort Knox. I says, there's nobody going through these boys. Either Lady Luck was on her charm tonight, you know, but actually we were solid, genuinely solid. There is moments, you know, through that game where you think to yourself, Jesus, you know, but I had trust in that defence totally, and I still do. And I said it before the game as well. You know, we are solid at the back now. Solid back five, McGregor included. McGregor was outstanding, and even when the penalty came up, I thought there's no chance they're scoring, and they didn't. And that's it, and that's what carries us through, and it will carry us through to the group stages. I think it was Blue Shadow or Rules that maybe said it, you know, but we're on our way through now. That's us, definitely. I can't see that Russian mob doing any damage to us at all. I think we've got something in that team that's just unbeatable, genuinely. I love it. Love it, lads. Buzzing, totally buzzing. Great result. Great times, happy days. Seen the bottom merchants fall at the night as well, just topped it off. So it's been a good week, really, really good week for Rangers.
Yep.
I've seen some stuff as well about the takeover panel stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll discuss that. I'm sure we'll discuss that in the morning night, mate. But it's all about the football, right? By the way,
I agree,
if you're ever up in court, get Dave King's lawyers. That's all I would say. For me, I'm enthused, and this is no pun intended, Rudy Bear. I'm enthused with the progress.
It's just, I mean, it's night and day since this time last year, Ox, isn't it? I mean, we sat on this platform this time last year, absolutely gutted. We couldn't see any way forward, didn't know where we were going. You know, weren't very hopeful in the weeks and months ahead as far as the league was concerned. You know, the team looked an absolute shambles. The club looked a shambles on and off the park. But for me, it's just, 12 months later, we've got Steven Gerrard in the dugout there, a man who's, well, as far as experience goes, has got it all. And he's new development into a fine young manager. And thank God we've got him, because I'm so pleased to have him there. He's brought in some cracking players that are up for the fight when it's required, like tonight and other times in the last few weeks. He's no put a foot wrong. 10 games, and not one of the 10 games if we went behind. That's some start for your first 10 games as a Rangers manager, Ox, And if we can keep that going for the rest of the season, we will be up there and thereabouts. And as Dave Kingswine just says there, we've got a defence that knows how to defend now. Our defence last year, as we all saw, was an absolute shambles. This Rangers defence knows how to defend, and we saw it again tonight. And with that solid back,
and the goalkeeper, mate, the organisational skills, mate, the way he pulls them about, he's cajoling them all the time, mate.
But that solid back five, you've got a great base, Ox, to build on moving forward for the midfield to the forwards for the rest of the season, in my opinion. Fantastic display tonight.
I enjoyed Scott Arfield's performance tonight, mate. I thought he was very intelligent. Reading the game, picking the ball up, breaking moves down, trying to get us to go forward. And the odd time we did go forward, which was quite often, just with the right decision or a better pass, we could have scored goals. Ulster. And then we'll go to Wales.
Yeah, we could have scored a few goals, mate, when we were going on the attack. I think maybe the odd decision sometimes was maybe final ball, but as a defensive unit, we were fantastic. And Maribor, as the more they got frustrated and the more they threw people up, the more we sort of exploited weaknesses and started the counter-attack. But I liked how the team, at about 80-odd minutes, we slowed the game down, even when we did get on the attack. And instead of making silly decisions on the ball, we made sure we've got our men, and we just sort of played the game out. And I thought it was good game management by the team and by Steven Gerrard. We could have went for one, but at the end of the day, we didn't need the goal. They needed two to stay in the tie or to win the tie. And I thought we managed the game very well tonight. And just like the boys are saying, we've got a defence now that we can rely on, and a defence that we have confidence in. and another clean sheet, which is absolutely fantastic.
Wheels?
Yeah, to be honest, I would have rather got an early goal and then just, that would have settled it, and then we could have just enjoyed it.
To be fair, mate, I'd have rather get 4 early goals, but we can only look at the game as what it was.
See, the thing is, it's night and day for last season, because
that's the point, mate.
We would have lost about 6 goals with that defence last season. We'd have probably lost about 6 tonight. That was just, it was amazing. The deliveries were not the best at times, but that's going to happen. It's never going to be perfect every time. But listen, that's over 720 minutes of football we've played, and as Rudy said, we haven't been behind once. Do you know what I mean?
I think, and I'll go to Bridge with this, I hope he's a wee bit better. I think we struggled because we had 11 men on the park, God fuck.
It's a bit different, isn't it? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, mate, that's a lot better.
That's
Carry
better.
on.
Sorry about that. To go and find a wee one ear plugs with a microphone setting on it. But was there a particular question, or can I
I'll let you come in, mate. Forget about the rest of the team. I want you to talk about the 2 centre-halves, mate.
2 centre-halves are outstanding once again. There was only about maybe 2 or 3 times where they were slightly out of position.
How can I help you?
So,
I have a missed call from this number.
Okay, bye.
Terry, for the rest of the show, we'll not take any phone calls. We'll only take Skype calls. Okay, right? Carry on, Bridge.
No, I was just going to say, I think we're showing the wisdom of shall we say, close season, and the manager picking what he wanted to pick and going for 2 really, really, they've turned out to be absolutely tremendous assets for our club. And you can bet your boots that there are people up and down the length of this country watching out for these 2, because they're only growing. They're only growing. That was outstanding. Their Rangers names are going to be blasted out all across Europe again, which was what we want. Wonderful. And these 2 guys, I think people will be after them before long, to be honest. I really do. I think they're tremendous. A great, absolutely wonderful foundation for our defence. We saw other parts of the defence at the full-back side where we could be a bit weak. We know that. But really and truly, we covered them and we got through, really. But those 2, marvellous. Was it Goldson that gave away the penalty kick?
Yes, it was, Bridge. Well, the referee gave it against his
well,
tackle.
Isn't he just a star, that guy, Golson? Absolute star. I think he's marvellous. What a good combination we've got there. And I hope none of they 2 get injured. That's for sure. I just want another one at 6'5", a big monster to be beside him, and give me a 3-5-2.
I think that might come at Ibrox, mate, when as we develop the squad. Rudy, Tavernier and Halliday on the piece, done their job.
Aye, fine. Your Wheels as he's already pointed out, Andy Halliday. Nothing fancy, just did his job tonight. Takes a lot of criticism, gets a lot of criticism from some section of the support. But look, the guy puts the jersey on and he does his best. Possibly the most skillful, paciest fullback you'll ever see in your life, but he done his job tonight. You can't complain about any member of the team, in my opinion, tonight. They went there, kept a clean sheet, battled hard when they lost the ball to try and get it back, and we came away with a 0-0, which just effectively puts us through because we've got the 2-goal cushion. But we played well tonight. I thought the defence played well,
Don't forget to go on mute, lads, when you're not talking. There's a lot of people on the calls. Boy Shadow, Arfield, Ryan Jack, and Ajira in the first half. I think the first half Ajira done okay.
First half he didn't do too bad at all. Right up until he got himself booked. Then he didn't seem to be able to deal with that fact very well. But all games, Scotty Arfield, superb intelligent play at times. breaking out from the back. He knew when to put his foot on the ball and say, right, let's just take the pressure off for a minute, and they try and knock it about. We lost possession a few times, but that happens. And as for Ryan Jack, just picked another fantastic game for you. The one where he tracked back, picked up the runner, and then as it's just about to pull the trigger, pulled it off the top of his toe. Fantastic play from him. So,
can I give you a wee scoop?
On you go, mate.
That's only the second time in Rangers' European history that they've ever had 3 consecutive clean sheets away from home.
Wow. That's a start.
One of the boys actually thought that it was the first ever time, and David Mason, the Rangers historian, obviously, he says no, the only other time was in 2000 when they we done it as well in 2000, but this is only the second. So that's
all right. Cheers for that, mate. That's a cracker. Dave King's wine cellar, mate. You'll need to go on mute. We're getting a lot of interference for you.
I'm on mute, mate.
Are you? Well, I'm getting told it's for you. Callan, is it for you? How are you, mate? Oh, he's gone. That's some start, that. Wheels.
That is an incredible start, mate, and it just shows the turnaround that's happening at our club. Do you know what I mean? That just says it all. We've got a defence that we can rely on. Even from the midfield going forward, we've got players there that they don't panic. They're professional. They know what needs to be done. So I'm absolutely buzzing.
All right, Dave, you fancy strongly to get through, yeah?
Absolutely. I can't see past it. I genuinely think we're building something special. The guys we've got there, like everyone else said, they're very young boys. What is it, 10 games we've played together or something like that so far, and it's as if they've been together for years. Age in the team, very, very young. You look at the bench tonight as well, and luckily we didn't have to call on too much for the bench tonight, which probably shows the fact that we need to bring in 1 or 2 more players. But I fancy us doing really well. I fancy us doing well in all competitions this season. I just have a good feeling about the team. The only negative element is that you see a beautiful strip that the boys run about in, and we can't buy it. We can't purchase it. It's the first time I'd ever buy shorts and socks, but we've just not got the opportunity. But other than that, no, fantastic. Really, really good. Probably give credit to Morelos as well tonight. I thought he played well. I thought he went back defensively and played the way he needed to do, but probably all the boys did. You could probably call it one player. I think they all played really professional, really grown up, really good game management, and I think credit to the manager for setting.
I think we lost Dave there. Sorry about that. I'm sure we'll pick him back up again. Before we go to a tune, I've got a shout out to come for Graham, who's the son of. Let me just go to this. Skipper sent me this. He's 21 today. Stickman Jimmy's son, who's in the lobby, is 21 today. And Old School Blues going to play a popular tune by demand. Let's go and mute everybody. Take it away, Davy boy.
Superb.
Very happy returns, young Graham. Enjoy your 21st. It was only a few years ago for me and Rudy Bear. Dave King, we lost you there. Just finish your point before we bring the one and only George Logan in. Carry on, mate.
No, I was just saying superb. That's pure class. Honestly, for the introduction, to the songs, to the tunes, I was in my kitchen there just having a wee march to myself. Absolutely outstanding. Well done, boys. Happy birthday as well.
Hey, young Graham. Hey, how we doing, George? You buzzing, mate?
How you doing, boys? All right?
You sound about down,
all right,
George. You sound about down.
What's that, sorry?
You sound about down.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was,
I hope no.
a hard fought game, by the way. It was like watching a Walter Smith team, by the way. Done what we had today, Ox. Every man in that part done what we had today. A right hard shift for the boys tonight. But I mean, the point I'd make, I said to Fox a couple of weeks ago, I'd have been happy to go out a run before that. Just let's walk before we can run and all that carry on. So that was my point. But these boys are doing absolutely fantastic and getting us to where we are to do. And just keep it going. Let's keep it going. But my point tonight is, when we come up against a better team in Scotland, and we've come up in the last couple of runs here, Rocks, and they've gone away for him and a goalkeeper saving penalties and things like that, I doubt if we will, Rocks. If we can continue to play like that for the end of the season, we're on for one hell of a season going forward with this team. And that was, like you said, that wasn't even a full team. We had boys that would definitely been that starting 11, Rocks. So if we can get all our boys fit, get them gelling that wee bit more going into the next couple of games, I think we've got a right good team in our hand.
We've got the left back to come in. We've got Flanagan for cover. We've got Koulibaly to come in. And we'll see where else that takes us. But improving, George, and the strides we're making, and it is only a few weeks, is unbelievable, mate.
It's absolutely fantastic, Ox, tonight. Well, let's be honest, we took a bit of pounding the night, but we held them off. We knew it was going to be like that tonight. We decided during the week what way we got to go. We got to go for it. A couple of times we could have got to go, but we had a bit of pounding the night, but we held them off. We fought them off. We did get a couple of chances, and that team are no mugs. So let's be honest, there aren't any mugs. So for us to go out there and get a 0-0 draw against a right good European team, a Champions League team, what steps we've took forward in the last 11 weeks, 11 weeks, absolutely fantastic. If we can keep this going until the end of the season, we're in for a good season. The season we deserve at last.
And the fans deserve it. Bridgeman, the fans deserve it, eh?
Yeah, I think that you can see now that there's going to be, again, another big lift as far as the club's concerned. I think, I have to say, obviously you can put the two together because talented is the purpose, we are one. But I think the club deserves it. The club have been booted around you know where for the last 6 or 7 years. And here we are. This fantastic new manager we brought in, young lad, my God, what a star he's been at football, playing football. And he's just shown the ones that went before him that this is how you should be doing and thinking about football. This is what you should be doing and should have been doing. And he's exemplary, stands tall, speaks with a clear voice, and a really, really tall man who's up there, he's fighting for us. And that's what the club deserve that. Obviously the fans deserve it as well. They've come through an awful lot. But the club, they're lifting themselves up slowly but surely. I've always said, once we get past our knees, we get on our feet, and we can steady ourselves. I think we're at that point now. We're steadying ourselves and we're ready to charge. And when we start charging, there's no much will stop us, and that's for sure.
I'll take this point. Gallant, are you with us, mate?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate. What's your thoughts, mate?
No, I've just downloaded the app on my phone. I was trying to talk to you earlier and I didn't realise I had you on mute.
Oh, that's we call that doing a bridge.
Oh no, I thought very, very professional performance. 4 massive points in the game, and Mr. McGregor stood up to all 4 of them. That save from that free kick where your man tried to do him with the eyes, and he seemed to get across. I don't know how he got across to do it. That one in the 70th minute was just inside the 6-yard box, and he blocked with his foot. And then the penalty. Oh, he was unbelievable. But I thought on the outside of the nets, I thought Scotty Arfield was outstanding. Thought he put in an absolute mega performance. Really
I enjoyed his performance, and he did give us a lot of cover on the left hand side, and he also was very intelligent on the ball.
Yeah, very, very good. See Ryan Jack. Ryan Jack put in a very, very defensive performance. Fantastic. But see his distribution sometimes sort of lets him down. But other than that, they're actually...
Particularly in the first 10 minutes, but he grew into the game. He grew into the game. Ulster,
but other than that, I thought they were outstanding.
Ulster, the matured bears that you were with, what are they saying about Mr. Gerrard?
Oh, they're delighted, mate. They are delighted. And you can see it even in my father, like, you know what I mean? Because we've seen the Rangers the way we have been for a long time, mate. And I see that glint in his eye that I haven't seen in a long time. He's buzzing every game. He's so excited. He's delighted. He's fist pumping the air. He's hugging everybody. And I tell you, it'll be the same like many older Bears, mate. They probably thought their time was done, you know, seeing the Rangers how they were, maybe at their stage of life, should I say, you know, maybe they wouldn't see such a Rangers revive in the way they've come, mate, and especially my father and my father-in-law as well, who they're delighted, mate, and they're so happy. And as I say, they're turning around to me and they're saying, listen, son, I believe this is your era now. This is we've had the revolutions in the past with Souness, but this could be the one for your era, you know, and they're so delighted, mate, and it's fantastic to see. And when you have older Bears like that, mate, who have seen it all, they've seen Rangers in the dumps in the early 80s, have seen how bad we've been, but for them is to come and tell the likes of me, mate, that they're how excited they are and how much belief they have in this current team and where we're going, tells me a lot.
Holston, you've been reading my mind.
Oh, you in the same, but then you'd be the same age probably as my dad, so you're probably the same frame of mind yourself, Brad. You know what I mean? You probably, you know, you go to all the games, Brad. All these games that we've been when we've been poor, you're still there every home game, mate, and you go and you watch a team, and I'm sure you're just as excited as anybody seeing what you've seen the start of the season.
Oh yes, I mean, and honestly, the difference is night and day. I mean, seriously, night and day. Even since last year. I mean, just think we were fitting a bit last year. Wow.
5 of 8 players, Bridge, were playing at Hampden in that semi-final. 5 of them. So how much credit is the manager going to take?
Absolutely.
Anyway, we've been joined by a caller. How are we doing, caller? Somebody come back? Oh, no. Rudy.
Aye.
The transformation, the strives, the enthusiasm, but I think more importantly, pounds, shillings and pence to help us get even better.
Well, this is what the share issue is going to do for us, isn't it? You know, we'll get the shirts on sale. I think a few of us talked about that the other night. Myself included, you know, if you can get these shirts on sale, Ox, you know, they'll just absolutely fly off the shelf. You know, the good feelings there, the good feel-good factor, the optimism, we're all buzzing just now with the performances, the players, the manager, the coaching staff, and then, and as you say, we'll have a wee chat about Dave King's foibles with the courts tomorrow, probably, won't we, at some point in the near future. It's all looking absolutely fantastic, you know. The finances are there, I'm sure they're there once we get the jerseys on the go, and once we get the share issue sorted out, you know, pull a few million in for that. You know, I think Stephen Gerrard hinted earlier on there, I probably came out and said earlier on, post-match, pre-match presser, that he's still looking for 1 or 2 jigsaw pieces. Hopefully it's 1 or 2 bits of quality he's going to bring in. And onwards and upwards for me, Ox. I'm so excited about the season now, I really am, you know. It's just all looking great now, you know.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. We've been joined by Tapes before we hear from our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE. We'll go to Tapes. How we doing, Tapes?
Thanks for having us, lads. So, what a result that was tonight. For the Gerrards, we've seen another side of them that we've seen glimpses so far, but tonight we got the full picture, and that's our defensive capability when we're under pressure. It was obvious that Gerrard went out there tonight with a game plan. And somebody had actually, I think maybe Bridge had mentioned it the other night, just sort of stay tight, get seed possession and let Maribor do their thing. Maribor will be disciplined in the first 20 minutes and try and break us down. If we manage to to stand fast for those first 20 minutes, they'll start to get impatient. And although it took a bit longer, I'd probably say the first half they kept their discipline. The second half, Maribor just really started to become a bit desperate. Their passing their attacks became sloppy. And not only did it mean that we came under less sustained pressure, it meant that we were granted more opportunities, unfortunately. And it must have been an instruction for Gerrard. There's quite a few times when we had counter-attacks, and some of them petered out and some of them we did take full advantage of. But Gerrard showed a side routine tonight that's going to stand us in good stead the whole season. That's a robustness or an ability to be avoid getting broke down. And we're just looking at a tremendous all-round team.
You hear me? But 5 of 8 players tonight played at Hampden in that semi-final, which was one of the lowest points for me personally. The transformations, what the manager's done, and his coaching staff, he deserves all the plaudits, mate. If you don't mind everybody going on mute, we'll hear from your manager, Stephen Gerrard, MB.
Stephen, a tremendously disciplined performance from your side tonight. You must be absolutely delighted with their efforts.
I'm delighted with my players. I thought every single one of them, to a man, done the job we asked of them. Look, we know coming off the back of a performance against St Mirren that we couldn't come here and play the same way. We knew we had to be more disciplined and be a little bit more defensively and organised, but I still thought we carried the threat, especially as the game went on. But we've knocked a Champions League team out of the qualifiers, and they are devastated. They had confidence, they had ego coming into this game. They've had no respect for us, but my players have proved over 2 legs that we're better than Maribor, and that pleases me because that gives me great confidence moving forward.
You mentioned Maribor there, and you spoke about in the build-up. Beating a side like that over 2 legs, what does that do for the confidence of your own side?
Well, I think you can see straight away, if you think about the issues we've got in the team, the injuries, we got an injury late to Kurabai, or we got confirmation that he couldn't play. We're still all new. We're new as a staff, we're new as a team, and these games are getting through upon us on a Thursday, on a Sunday, and it's a difficult schedule at the moment, but these players are giving everything for me, everything for the fans, and more. And I can't speak highly of them enough. There's individuals within that who deserve a lot of credit tonight. Alan McGregor was a mountain for us tonight. Absolute, what a man. Conor Golson, again, top class. But everyone, collectively as a group, every single person rolled their sleeves up tonight and put in a great performance.
Yeah, I think after the Aussie away leg, the word you used was heroic, and as you mentioned, all over the pitch the boys were sensational.
I think even more so. It was heroic over in Aussie, but as you go along, the challenge gets more difficult, and the quality of play gets more difficult, and you come up against teams that ask you different questions, and at the moment we've got answers for them.
I can see you're obviously really excited by what's happened tonight. Does that excitement, does that really give you some hope and some real expectation for what could happen this season?
Well, yeah, of course. As I say, if my players are giving me this so early and they're showing that they can carry out instructions, having only been together, I believe that we will improve the squad with more personnel. The squad will become stronger, and as a group we'll continue to grow. And I think what people need to understand is when we're at home and we're at Ibrox, we'll have a certain way of playing, but when you come to difficult places we have to show a different side of us, and we're doing that very well at the moment.
Bridgeman, he's buzzing.
Aye. And deservedly so. Him and his backroom staff absolutely must be over the moon, really and truly over the moon. I'm not dead sure whether they're going to come out and say it, how really happy they are. He'll show it to his players probably. And when he sits down with Gary McAllister and the rest of his team, by God, they can let out a big deep breath, take a deep breath and then blow out and enjoy whatever drink you're going to have, pal, because that was just fabulous. Totally and utterly outstanding. Years and years and years and years and years we waited for that. Fantastic.
Obviously, the whole of the Scottish press will be buzzing for it, Bridge. Yeah?
Oh, they're going to print about 1 million pages saying how fabulous Rangers were, and of course you'll go into or hear from the BBC they'll be wanting back into Ibrox because blah 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 blah, And we loved you. We think you're great. No, stay away. Write your nasty stories and your crappy, shitty remarks about Rangers. Keep going, because you're nothing but scum, the lot of you. Nothing but scum. There you go.
So I was trying to say that bit there. Big Ulster.
First time I've heard Brad swear.
Oh, man. I'll tell
I'd
you
love
one
to
thing.
say it was the first time, but when you go, Ulster.
That interview was, you can hear it in the man's voice. He's not only beating his own chest, he's beating the chest of his players, mate. And again, like Ozajek, we had Maribor bumping their gums about what they were going to do. Rangers came again with another fantastic performance, mate. And he is a happy man because he knows himself Maribor are a very good side. And I'm sure he's proud as punch with the display they put in. And he's got belief in himself and he's got belief in his players. And I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a season to remember. I really have a good feeling.
Wheels.
He's buzzing, isn't he? The man is delighted. And I liked how this time, I know he likes to talk about us as a group and as he should, but I liked how this time he was picking out individuals that deserved special mentions. Listen, it's just the tide is turning. I won't say it's turned because you gave me into trouble for that last night. But no, things are changing. And I loved hearing the fans in the background there as well. That was phenomenal. And they deserve a whole lot of credit as well. You know, they follow us everywhere. But for me, just when you were talking earlier about, you know, the staff and all that, one man who deserves a huge mention is Mark Allen for suggesting this.
Yeah,
you know,
good point, mate.
He deserves a massive amount of credit for that suggestion because it's damn sure paying off.
And Rudy, we've also got to thank Derek McInnes as well, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, where would we be if Derek had agreed to come to us? Thank God, did we not half miss a bullet there? You know, dodge a bullet. Aye, the fact he let us down at the last minute and said, no, don't want to be Rangers manager, bottled it, or whatever the case is, I don't really care what the reason was. He stuck with him, that's good. And we got Steven Gerrard. Now, I have to hold my horn up, Ox, and say, see when we brought Steven Gerrard in, you know, because I heard the rumour, obviously, for a couple of weeks, like everybody else did. I was thinking, no, this is not really what we need just now. We need a solid manager with bags of experience. I was wrong. I can hold my hand up now and say I was totally wrong. I'm absolutely on the Steven Gerrard 55 Express. I'm probably up the front with the driver right now, having a chat and a cup of tea with him. You know what I mean? Couldn't be any more delighted with the way things are going right now. And the manager, you know, young manager, 40-year-old, deserves a huge amount of credit. And just to touch on what you and Bridgeman were just joking about there, the press in this country, will I get any credit for it tomorrow? I doubt it. We beat them 3-1 at Ibrox, and Richard Gordon on BBC Sports Sound had a good greet about 3 goals we scored and how lucky we were because they were offside. One wasn't a penalty, another one was a handball apparently. You know, so don't hold your breath, but Steven Gerrard, just keep doing what you're doing. The Rangers players, just keep doing what you're doing because it's fantastic.
I thought you'd be in the Buffy car on the train, but that's just...
I've already been there. Already been there twice.
We've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
part of the continuous credit scheme for these games. I mean, I heard we were getting a free orange strip.
No, you're getting it free, but you've got to make a £25 donation, Bridge.
Ah, damn.
Right.
They're only taking it half as I'll take it half as and give a strip. I'll tell you what, there's a photo in the lobby there with Andy Halliday with the orange strip on, and I'll tell you what, that looks absolutely magnificent. And it just reminds me of something that you said earlier on, Oxchair. How many players were in the team that got humbled by Celtic in the semi-final? And I'm thinking back, there's a man that was in the last time we beat Celtic in the semi-final of the cup when we were in the bottom, shall we say, in the championship. One of our greatest ever victories. We put them at the cup. I think Andy Halliday was playing that day.
He took the first penalty, mate.
That's what I'm saying. I think he was playing that, and the only other one would be Tavernier. So out of that, and that's how long ago was that? It's only 4 years ago. You know, wow.
It's not even that, Bridge.
Well, 3 years then. Yeah. Looks great.
We've been joined by Dermarnock. And how we doing, Dermarnock?
All good, lads. All good.
Give us your thoughts, mate.
Superb performance with the whole team. I thought the manager had done his subs at the right time. I don't know if the yellows prompted him, but I thought it was the right subs at the right time. Again, wasn't too sure about Halliday, but he done what he had today. Fair play to the man. McGregor, what can you say? That was like a goal at the end there, wasn't it? Because I was interrupted. Superb. But aye, class. Onwards and upwards. Russia next.
Russia next, aye. We've been joined by Wally for Ontario. How are we doing, Wally?
Wally's trying to speak, but I don't think he can get there.
I think he's on mute.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Wally. How are we doing, mate?
Hey. How's it going?
Is Bryce... What's your name in the lobby? What do you use in the lobby?
What's going on here?
What's your name in the lobby?
Bryce's.
Bryce's,
aye, okay.
So the boys in the lobby know who's talking. What's your thoughts on that, mate? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're going through, right? That's all that matters, right? Anything, and I mean, we just showed how powerful we are at the defence, right?
Yep.
Defence played well. The two centre-backs, Bridge wanted physical centre-backs in there with a presence and speed, and he's got two who just want to defend and clear the ball and keep it simple, mate.
Give me a third one, I'll be happy.
You're never happy.
Oh, God.
I suppose that's Lafferty's signing on fee paid for, isn't it? For the next sell it.
What a shocking statement to make.
Great statement, Willie.
What's happening with the big man? Is he in tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll see, mate. Tomorrow's another day.
It's dragging out a bit, isn't it? Dragging out a wee bit.
Aye. What would you pay for him, Big Al? What would you pay for him, Big Al? Aye.
I think he would be invaluable to us this season. He likes to stamp all over them. That you can't put a price on that. He'll score his goals. I'd go as far as to say, look, I'll give you 750,000. I'll take Lafferty and Naismith because they're the type of guys. I know whatever's went in the past. I don't care about it. All I want is 55, and I want guys that are going to be warriors on the park. We've got a warrior in the dugout. We've got some warriors on the park. We need more warriors. That's what we need. So I whatever it takes, get him in. He scores goals. He'll do us a turn, and we'll get 55. I'll guarantee you we'll get 55 with that fella.
Get that orange tap.
I wouldn't waste his shirt and that wee ratbag, Naismith.
He's 7 foot and plays the flute. You see that black fella on the internet? Oh, brilliant, man, isn't it?
Aye.
I had that on the speaker. My speaker on the Bluetooth thing. All these Irish navvies. He's 7 foot and plays the flute. Big black guy telling him that. Didn't they like it?
Big Ulster, you're desperate for Lafferty to come, eh?
Yep, I am, mate, because I know what he can bring. And I think he's a better player than the one that left. And I think he would add a lot to our side, especially at the minute, because when we have Morelos running about like he does and the effort that he puts in, mate, I think bringing Big Kyle off from the bench or play him on the left-hand side where he's played sometimes for Hearts this season. And the main thing is he knows how to score v them. He proves it time and time again. He doesn't fear them, but they fear him. And I think he'd be a good side. And I know there's guys who don't want him in, and that's fair enough because everybody's valid opinion, mate. But I think if he comes in, he'll do a job and he'll change people's opinion.
I think he scored 18 goals last season, Ulster at Hearts. And I think about 4 or 5 of them were against the Tims, weren't they?
Well, he scored in the last 5 games v them, he scored 5.
There you go. So he knows how to score against them. That's the kind of player we need in at the club. Somebody that knows how to take them on. You know, and as Big Al says, you know, he'll batter them all about the park. He's no scared of them at all, you know.
He's scored more goals against them than we have.
Aye, that's true. Yes.
And do you all think it'll happen? Do you all think it'll happen?
Yes.
I don't know if it will happen because it's been dragging it too long. I think it has to be tomorrow. If I don't, sorry, Ulster, you go ahead, mate.
No, I think it'll be done tomorrow, mate. I think it'll be done. I have a feeling.
We'll have a quick poll in the lobby. Yes or no? Keep it simple. Yes or no? Would you sign him? Ulster?
3 yeses.
Rudy? Yes.
Blue Shadow?
No.
Kilmarnock?
Yes.
Willie? Brycey?
Yes.
Wheels?
Yes.
Gallant?
Yes.
Big Al?
Yes. There's a bit of a demographic here, isn't there?
Yes. Dave King.
What's your vote, Ox?
He said no.
Dave King?
I believe it's done tonight. It's a yes.
And Tates?
Yes. And it's a no from me. It's a no from me.
Imagine that, Bridgeman.
Boy Shadow Continuo said yes, just for the hell of it.
Bridge, the money man, saying no.
That's
it. It's not happening. If Bridge says no, it's not happening. That's it. He's not putting out the cash.
He said,
I wouldn't want to give that Levine a hating it. Any comments on it, hating it. Nothing, none, nothing.
You calm it.
He said,
for the greater good. For the greater good and the cause. It has to be done.
Can you imagine what McGregor and Clafferty will do to that dressing room when it comes to the...
Can you imagine what they'll do to the West End of Glasgow? They're worse than Bridge and Ox.
That's shocking saying that, Al. That's shocking.
Sorry, Fox and Ox, I mean.
The common name there was Ox. He causes all the trouble everywhere he goes, that boy.
I've heard that. He'd be called an aging recidivist, isn't he?
Hey, I'm hearing you, know.
He's an original shagger.
Well, if you heard some of his jokes, they're pretty criminal anyway.
Oh, dear.
Do you know what I think needs to be mentioned?
Whoa, one at a time. Global Ambassadors finishing, and then you can come in, Wheels.
So is that correct? You're the original shagger?
I've had my moments. Wheels, carry on.
That's a vote.
You cut that off.
Put that in the lobby.
We seem to be losing Big Al.
Are you done for a full hour, or are you ready to go?
We've still got a bit of time to go, brah.
Right, okay, look, guys, I'll let you carry on. Take care. Thanks again. All the best.
See you.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Thanks all, mate.
I think what needs to be mentioned as well is half that team have never actually played in Europe before as well, which makes it even better.
That's a good point, Gary. You look at the amount of players that was brought in there, pre-season, and, we're still ongoing as well. Stephen Gerrard says in his pre-match that he's looking for another one or two for the end of the window. Some of the players he's brought in has never played in Europe before, so to put in the performances in the last 3 rounds, it's just been outstanding by the guys.
I think 3 or 4 of them haven't even played first team football until they came to Rangers, to be honest.
Yeah. That's probably true, Bridge. Aye.
And they've still not been behind.
Fantastic, just fantastic.
And the thing is as well, right, that's what, 6, 7 competitive games, no, about 10 maybe, 10 competitive games, and that's the way we're playing now. They've only been together for 10 games. That excites me.
Does anybody else know? I'll take it to Domarnock, then we'll go to Willie. Anybody else think we're short? When you seen the bench, we're still a couple, at least maybe 2 or 3 players short.
I think the bench was definitely weak tonight. Looking at it, so another 2, Lafferty, and another central defender in case we go short. But the big left back. You know what I mean? If we get through by the Russians, then we've got this guy in here in the left back position, and it's a different defence again, an improved defence. So, but I still a couple of players short.
I would like to still see another big centre back in Ox, to be honest with you, because as much as I think Katic and Goldson are fantastic, developing a really great partnership. It's a long season in Scotland, isn't it? You've got suspensions, injuries, God knows. So I think we could bring in another big quality centre back. So I'd like to see that and Lafferty. That'd be my
6'5", left-footed, can play football and can run like a hare. That'll do me.
You're not asking for much.
No.
The only kind of, not negative as such, but the only kind of thing I would say is Morelos really needs to keep the heat.
You can't take too much away from his game, Wills. You take too much away from his game and you'll affect how he plays. Wally, was the squad look a bit short for you?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely need a centre back for sure because of injuries and stuff like that, just as was said before. And I wouldn't mind like 2 strikers like Lafferty and somebody else for sure.
Can't believe you won Lafferty.
You're in a minority, Bridge.
Very much so. Very much so.
You'll not be saying that if he scores a hat trick against them.
No,
I've told you a million times. If he comes to play, anyone who puts a Rangers jersey on, I'm supporting him. I don't care. But ask me if we want to go and get him. Do I want to go and get him? No. I've got my reasons. Absolutely no.
You've been consistent in your views, Bridge.
Consistently long in his views, Ox.
Excuse me, Michael O'Halloran. Over £1 million gone out of our coffers. Over £1 million gone.
He's been consistent. Yeah. Gallant. We're getting there, but we're a couple short. Do you think we'll sign a couple more players, mate?
Yeah, I think we definitely need a couple. So with Gerrard the night on the bench, but short. Couple of kids up in the building. Definitely need a striker and definitely need another centre back.
All right. You'll need to turn the telly off or something in the background, mate. Whatever's going on, it's coming right through the show. Thanks very much. Mate.
It's live.
I knew I should have left this show to you, big Ulster.
I've got the wine in for it.
Blue Shadow, you about the Lafferty thing. Do you still think we're short of a striker?
Absolutely, mate. We definitely need a striker.
Who would you go for? What are you thinking?
There was a couple of Croatian lads that we were looking at. I think one fell by the wayside. We never heard about the other one. I think I'll just leave it up to Mark Allen. What he's done so far has been excellent. If he could get the agreement of the manager and the assistant manager, Mr. McAllister, then I would just go along with what they've scouted.
So Mark Allen and they want Big Lafferty. You're happy with that?
If we can get Lafferty at a reasonable price, nowhere near this 750,000 nonsense. If you give them, say, £200,000 plus Wallace as a make weight, and we're paying his wages because we've been paying them anyway, I'd go for that. Anything else? No, sorry.
All right, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Kilmarnock. Apart from Lafferty, is there any players spring to mind for you to improve our team?
Well, Gerrard did say 2 before we've got this extra money. So he said 2 yesterday. It could be 3 tomorrow. And I'd like another striker coming in top of Lafferty. And we'll know where we're sitting next Thursday after Ibrox. If we're looking good to bring through into the group stages, well, that's more money again. So money could be there for a third player. So Lafferty, yeah, but I want somebody else that can come in and be prolific and start putting the ball in the net consistently, partnering Morelos.
Are you meaning that you think that we will know 100% by next Thursday, did you say?
No, I'm saying that we could be 3 goals up against this Russian team.
Aye, okay, that's what I want to do. That's fine.
Then we could speculate.
Yeah, of course.
In the group stages money. But as I said, we want to give it a time, but...
Fox, can I give you a name?
On you go, mate.
Louis Moult. I'd go and have
right out of my mouth, Rudy.
I'd go and have a wee chat to Preston. I said it last season. The only striker in Scotland that scored 2 or more goals against Rangers, Celtic, Aberdeen, Hearts and Hibs was Louis Moult. And we should have went in for him last summer. He's a scrapper, he's big, he's tough, he's a proper centre forward. And we should have went in for him last summer, and we didn't. He's down in Preston. He's not had a great time yet. He seems to have fell out of favour there at Preston. I'd go and have a wee chat to Preston and see how they feel.
Can I actually come in on that for a minute, Oxia?
And I'm after you, Bridge.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Actually, Rudy, I do agree that as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't have bought him from Scotland and any Scottish team. He's down in England now, and if he's still playing well and he's doing what he did to other teams, what he did to us, then yes, I would suggest that it'd be a good buy for us, and I would gladly pay the money if obviously if I thought it was value. I don't know how he's playing, pal. I don't know if he's been good, bad, or indifferent. Is he getting a game, that kind of thing? So all that would need to be scouted up to be found out. But I agree with you. He did play very, very well against us. Scored some smashing goals against us, much to my chagrin, but he did it. And so, yes, that's a good shout. A good shout.
The thing is, as well, Bridge, it wasn't just against us. He'd done it against everybody in the league. So he did. He battered teams' defences out the park. So he did and scored goals. And I couldn't understand how we didn't get in for him. I really couldn't.
The only question I would ask you, Rudy, is do you think you could play with a Rangers jersey on, which is a lot heavier than other clubs?
You could say that about anybody, really.
No, I'm just asking what you think.
I think you could, Bridge. I think he's got the mentality.
That's good, then. Go for it.
But like every signing's a chance. You're taking a chance in every signing that you bring into the club. We brought better players than that into the club before in the field, But I mean, we don't even have to go and buy them. Just go and talk to Preston. See what they've got to say about him. Is there a possibility we could even just bring him in on loan and let's see how he gets on? I mean, some of the Bears were saying last season, every time I brought this up, he's no Rangers quality. Well, there's players that you could look at the new that's already in the squad the new that you would have said are no Rangers quality. But look what the managers got at them, There's no telling what Steven Gerrard and McAllister would be able to get out of Louis Moult for me. I just really like him, a good old-fashioned centre forward, big, strong, and he knows where the goal is.
I wouldn't have any objection to getting Louis Moult and bring him to Rangers if everybody liked him and if he's playing well. He's doing in England, you're not getting money to a Scottish team. That's what matters to me.
All right, mate.
Can I ask a question?
On you go, Ulster, on you comment.
Just quickly, right? Say if you're forgetting about Lafferty, right? The Lafferty had played before, right? And you were getting told there was a striker available who's won 3 Scottish League titles, numerous cups in the same division, has such a good prolific record against the team that's been winning the league, which is them across the city. The lead attacker for his international side scored the goals for them in the European Championship qualifiers to actually get them in the European Cup for the first time in our history. Also scored the goals in the World Cup qualifiers, and we just missed out by one stupid penalty that shouldn't be given. if you were getting that player with that pedigree and that same thing and it wasn't Lafferty, would we still be worrying as much about the fee?
Here, Ulster.
That's a good point.
You his agent.
That's what his agent.
No, that's just the facts. That's the pedigree you're getting.
Did Lafferty's old man write that for you?
Kyle, was that
you? He's definitely a love thing for Lafferty, definitely.
Yeah, it's a good point, Ulster. Good point. Tates. We're talking about Lafferty improve our team, but we've made such strides in short space of time. Is it important that we get the right man in and the coaching staff do their homework and the character of the individuals we bring in?
Aye, you're right. You obviously need to keep a balance, but I'm looking at the options that we have up front at the moment. Morelos is obviously on fire. He's got plenty of attributes that adds to the team. His tenacity, his strength, his eye for goal. We've got, but other than that, we've got the Mystique, who obviously it's still early days, but we're going to. He looks quite volatile. We're going to need to see what's coming in. So Kyle Lafferty would be a welcome addition. I think a relatively older head compared to the rest of the strike force. Whoever it was that suggested Moult, I think that's a great suggestion because he's a guy that has already proven himself in the SPFL, and I don't think there'd be any time for him to sort of work up any momentum. He'd hit the ground running, and with the momentum we've got just now, that's something that we'd really welcome. I'm going to shoot the now, lads, but thanks for having me on, and the work you've been doing recently is outstanding. You're getting a lot of a lot of buzz around you at the moment, and there's a lot of people talking about you that might not have known what you were doing last season, but just keep it going, lads. You're doing a service to all the Rangers fans who are dying to talk about the Glasgow Gels.
Cheers, Tates, and don't be a stranger, mate, and get Skype installed. You'll find it easier, because Dave King's Wine Cellar is going to do it this weekend.
Fact.
And you, Dave?
You'll need to have it, otherwise
shush.
Defo, I'm going to get it done, man. I'll get it done.
Cheers, Tates.
Right, Tapes.
See you later.
Night, Tapes.
Dave, we're all happy, we're all buzzing. How far can this team go?
I just have to say a wee song first, if that's all right, lads. He dies to the left, he dies to the right. We bought McGregor, you bought Disco Lights.
Nice one. Nice one.
Love it. Sorry, I seen it on Twitter and I thought I'd do that. That was great. Credit to Monkey Firecracker for that one. But no, phenomenal. Buzzing, mate. I can't even remember your question, Ox, to be honest with you. But no, it was decent. That was a good show. I liked that one.
That was quite funny, mate. Quite funny. Bridges raging.
Ones we don't mention Lafferty, right?
Brilliant. Love it.
No, Bridge was raging. He never got to shout that one out. He didn't like that one. How far can this team go, Dave?
Like I've said it before, it's probably echoing Ulster's point earlier on. You know, there's something genuinely happening right now. You know, I can't pick a fault in the team anywhere at this moment in time. Even the young boys that are getting bled through as well. You know, everything from the youth to the first team to players coming back that probably shouldn't be in the team, but credit to them. You know, Andy Hardy played well tonight. The management, the structure. I think it's 900 minutes in total, 720 in competitive action, not been behind once. It's just, we're making our own records, we're making our own new records, you know, it's brilliant, it's unbelievable. See if somebody said to me, you know, this time a couple of months ago, would you accept that? Absolutely. Do you know, I've not expected any of this. I thought it'd be a slow start for us, but given Gerrard time, but masterstroke from the board, and credit to them, credit to Mark Allen, credit to everybody that's going on, and stuff behind the scenes just now as well seems to be genuinely good as well. So, no, I'm really pleased across all fronts. Doing well, genuinely doing well, lads.
Yeah, and Wally, credit to that support, mate. You could hear them the whole night. Obviously, they've had some trips the last 3 weeks, the boys that go away in Europe. It takes some commitment to go to their places.
Oh, for sure. And you could well hear them too. That's the thing. So, yeah, I thought they were brilliant. The fans were brilliant tonight as well.
I seen there's a wee bit of trouble there as well. I think
before the game, I hope everybody's safe and gets home safely, mate.
Yeah.
Can be naughty in these parts of the world, mate.
I think they were getting an escort after the game, after whatever happened. So
they play with different rules. Not like us. Oh, who's got a helicopter?
Changing direction.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. Blue Shadow.
Yes, mate.
What are we going to do with all this positivity?
We're not used to it, are we? But I mean, it's right. Go back to the thing about Louis Moult. Louis Moult. Do you really think Louis Moult fits the model for Steven Gerrard's teams?
Nobody's shape we play, mate, because the centre forward's on his own, mate.
Can you see Louis Moult running around pressing players, helping them shut the opposition down? I can't. Not for me.
You're not always going to play like that, Blue Shadow. You know, I mean, it's a long...
Yes, he will play like that. That's the style he's playing. That's the style that he said when he came up here he was going to play like Liverpool. He wanted to play like Klopp did at Liverpool, and that's what he's doing.
You're going to play like that every single game between now and the end of the season.
We'll play them. I think you're wrong. I think we'll play like that most of the time. But we won't. How many games is Louis Moult going to get then?
Well, it's not about your first. I'm fed up saying this to people. It's not just about your first 11, Blue Shadow. It's about your bench. It's about your squad. Everybody's talking about the first 11. It's only the first 11 that counts. You need a bench.
Yes, I know you need a squad.
Wait a minute. Let me talk. Right, so if you say, there's your first 11, it's not working, we're 60 minutes into the game, what we're doing now is you're just saying there, the pressing game isn't working, it's time to do something different. So you need to bring somebody off the bench. Tonight we've got guys on the bench that you're not 100% sure you can bring off the bench and they're going to make a difference, I think they scored a couple of goals tonight. Who would you have brought off the bench to try and make a difference to get you a goal? No, Big Sadiq hasn't exactly hit the ground running.
No, absolutely. He's not hitting the ground. That's why I said we need another striker.
You might not always play with just one up front, but Alfredo's brilliant at that. Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against him. I just think that sometimes you might have to do something a wee bit different. And Louis Moult for me would be different. You know what I mean? I know you don't like him, Blue Shadow. That's fine. So but,
I don't think he suits the style of play.
What difference of opinions, lads? But can I just come across again? The tickets for next week are £25 for adults, £18 for concessions, and £10 for juniors. And another statement's been sent to me. Steven Gerrard plans to give Morales a new deal after warning Bordeaux against returning with a fresh bid for the striker. For me, I want him to stay and sign a new deal on improved terms and help us be successful moving forward. The message is to Bordeaux is we don't want to sell, and if they want the player, they need to show in some respect and come and blow us out of the water with a massive, massive bid. Otherwise, don't pick up the phone.
Yeah, good stuff. Well said, Oxtail. Well said.
What's the me, mate?
No, I'm just saying it's well. You've said what the man said, so it sounds brilliant. You just imagine in 3 weeks' time, or whatever it be, 4 weeks' time, if we get through, we'll possibly be going to start to play in the Europa League group stages. Just and you're asking, and people are asking to take your best scorer or one of your best players for £3 million. No, there's going to step up. All these prices are going to just go sky high. They've got to.
Do you know one of the things I liked about Ellis tonight? The ball was about a foot out of the line, and he was still arguing it was in play when he got it back to Aldi.
I just love it. It really noises people up. You're playing against somebody like that, you've just got to be able to sort of keep your mouth shut and just go on with it, because it really riles you, for sure. Really riles you.
See, if we had another striker like Moult or Lafferty, you would be playing him on Saturday. You'd be saying, right, Morales, you're resting. We're keeping you for Thursday, and you've got that dodgy part down there, haven't you? So you'd be like, right, Lafferty, you're starting, or Moult, you're starting, Morales, you're on the bench. And that's where you'd be using additional strikers.
It might happen. Big Sadiq might start.
No,
you know, I get what you're saying. You know, but I tell you what, I want us to be. I know it's is it the quarterfinals? Last 16 of the cup. It's still an important game for us. You know, to keep momentum going. We want to win trophies, mate.
Big game, another big game, man. Coming fast and thick with now. You know, I mean, it's a cup. You know, first round in the cup. Kelly's not going to make it easy. They're a big, strong team. You know, but I have every confidence now that we'll be able to get by Kelly on Sunday.
Rudy, is it if it's a draw, is it back to Ibrox? Is it finished?
No, it's extra time and penalty.
That's what I'm saying. Right, okay, that's magic.
Right. We'll finish. It's I think we'll get it in the 90 minutes, no problem.
I think I would rather hold fire and just wait to see what the manager says in a couple of days' time, just to see how the team are or how the players have reacted to today's game or tonight's game, because that was quite exhausting for them. So I'd like to know if Koulibaly's fit just for saying seconds. He's going to walk straight back in, and we know we've got the Barisic. He's going to play, so there will be changes, that's for sure.
And the big question that everybody wants to know, I've actually been contacted by the Red Cross, Rudy, to see when Mrs. Rudy's back, just in case they have to bring you any food parcels in.
Fine. The Chinese is just along the road 5 minutes. I'll be okay if she gets back on Saturday.
All right, just the people are genuinely concerned, mate. Genuinely concerned.
Very much. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great evening. Fantastic callers. Too many to mention, Bridgeman. Just thank everybody for taking the time to join Rangers Radio and this fabulous night for our club. Bridgeman.
Well, what can I say? Just a wonderful evening for the club and for all the fans. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular the Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, so proud of my team, so proud of our club. We are stepping forward, guys. Everybody, keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers need us. Keep it going.
This has been Rangers Radio. Thanks to everybody for taking the time to call. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11, talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.